under the present circumstances, when we are dealing with a minor that has already been victimized, the press has to be careful not to re-victimize the victim and make the situation 1,000 times worse. We have to bear the victim in mind. Now, the victim called me yesterday afternoon, and the victim said to me, I never felt like this in my whole life. I feel so bad. I cannot go back to school. And of a truth, she's not in school today. But what I'm saying is, if this was done in a better way, the victim would have felt empowered and strengthened and defended. So I am hoping that the next time things will be done differently with the victim in mind. Now, I want to say that the truth of the matter is, this situation came to my attention about maybe 2 months ago. During that time, I asked that the school conduct its own investigation. My wife, the deputy director, undertook the investigation. And I told my wife, if the perpetrator is guilty, I would fire him on the spot. A few weeks later, my wife came back to me and said, based on what he said and what the young lady said, the communication was unethical, immoral, and beyond the standard of our school. So I called the perpetrator about 3 weeks ago, and I did what I said I was going to do. I fired him. He is no longer a member of the staff. He no longer works here. And that took place 3 weeks ago. I also want to say that he was not a teacher at the school. He was our IT manager, never a teacher. And I want to make those corrections. Now, the perpetrator no longer teaches at the school. He's not on our staff. He hasn't visited the school since I fired him. This is not a school that tolerates any form of immorality from student, neither from staff. Our moral standards, our ethical standards are very high, and they are indisputable, and we have a history that can support that. And the Ibero-American High School deeply regret what has happened. We deeply regret what has happened. The police was involved in this case. I know that the parents, the mother of the child, went to the police about this matter. So that was in the hands of the police. The police did what they had to do. We did what we had to do. And we did not believe that we had to go behind the police and say what the police already knew. All that I think we had to do was to deal with the problem internally. You did something that we didn't like, we fire you. And that's what we did. We fired him. And we did that about 3 weeks ago.
Esaki ta e Arubiano, o website